this goes down.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Finally, long awaited, but we are going to start ripping on Reaper. This car has sat here for well over a year now, way overdue, and I'm really starting to miss this thing, especially since it's starting to get warm out. I know it's not going to stay warm forever. We're going to have other cold spells, but still, it gives me motivation to come out here and do something with it. So up here somewhere, there's a video where I did an oil pressure test. That's as far as I got with it so far, and that video pretty much explains the oil test. And yeah, the pressure was good for a little bit, but then it dropped a lot. So be sure to check out that video, and you can also hear the rod knock in that video. So I will not be starting up the car anymore. Battery's already out of it. So yeah, that's the only clips I got of it knocking. I can't win. So we got a few goodies over here. This is not what's going to help fix the problem, but I do have these. I may do these while the car is apart. Caster camber plates. My wife bought me these a while back, but I haven't had a chance to throw them on yet. But what we got in here that's really important, where is it at? Right here. Right here we got a milling oil pump, a high volume oil pump. This is why I think my car has been blowing up and spinning bearings, because this is the third motor. First motor had ring failure. Second motor had a spun bearing. This one, I'm pretty sure also spun bearing. So I found out from another Mustang guy when I'm like, okay, why is my car blowing up? I'm pushing 9 PSI boost. I'm putting low mileage motors in this thing. The first one had semi-low miles on it. Why is it giving out like this? Especially when I don't run it that hard. And one guy said, is your oil pump stock? And I'm like, yeah, it's actually bone stock. He's like, well, that's your problem. When two valves run high RPMs with boost with the stock pump, it starves shit. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So 125 bucks later, I got myself a high volume oil pump, and I got something to go with the oil pump just to be safe. And believe it or not, this, what I'm about to pull out, was more than the oil pump itself. So I went ahead and bought this along with the oil pump, because the stock 2-valve oil pump gears, any stock Ford oil pump gear, really, even the Coyotes, they're all made of cheap cast and under high power, which I don't think the Mustang, I don't think 400 horsepower would really hurt it, but just to be safe, I bought the bearing, or not the bearing, the oil pump gear. This one is from Boundary, and like I said, the oil pump that I bought was like $125. This was $220. Yeah, that's crazy. But this is good for 1500 horsepower, and I won't ever have to worry about oil issues ever again, hopefully. So yeah, got this stuff to go along with hopefully the sort of set of bearings in it. I didn't run it long when it was knocking. The crank is hurt. I do got a clean crank sitting in my box of 2-valve stuff. I got an iron block from a Crown Vic. I got an aluminum block from an Explorer. That's the one that spun the bearing the last time. I think that's the torn up crank, but this crank is good because I got this motor from a junkyard. It had bent rods, but the crank is still in good shape. I got 4 heads. One head is brand new. The other one still has semi-low miles on it, and 2 of them are rough because they start from oil. But I am not going to record every single part of this teardown. It's just a lot to do. It's a big project, and just going back and forth, I already have a hard time, you know, trying to do multiple tasks at once, trying to record, and yeah, so I'll give you little updates here and there, but this video is probably going to be not to you guys, but to me, a couple days in the making. Oh, that stuff's out of the way. So I got the oil draining now. I think I'm going to try and drain the coolant while we're at it to get all the fluids drained before we start tearing too deep into it, so that way I can remove the radiator. My goal is to try and get as much off the top as possible today. Alrighty, been a few hours later. I've been tinkering around draining some fluids, but this is where we got so far. Got the bumper hood off, intake, alternator, fluids drained. Unfortunately, Kenny Bell has these dumb hex bolts, and I don't have the right sockets to do any of that, so I think we're gonna call it for a day. But yeah, I'll pick up the camera back up. So I ran into a little bit of snag trying to get the supercharger off. I thought I got all the bolts out. I tried, you know, lifting it won't come off. So I looked here and there's a bolt right there, but the problem is that, yeah, it won't reach. That is probably one of the chintziest dumb designs I've ever seen. Because how are you supposed to torque it down? Because I don't remember this. Then again, it's been so long. But I feel like I should remember it. I probably do. I'm probably just dumbfounded every time I take this thing off or put it together. Because how are you supposed to torque that down? Like, you can use an Allen wrench, I guess. But, like, how are you supposed to torque it with an Allen wrench? I don't know. So, thank God I found this little T-handle hex Allen, I don't know what you would call this thing. Either way, this fit down in there perfectly, and I went, and popped her out. Now I got the supercharger hanging there just to see if it's gonna fall, because imagine dropping this bitch on the concrete. That would be pretty catastrophic, because that's probably cost more than anything on this fucking car. Yeah, if that fell and broke, I would probably be looking for a stock intake and going back to NA. But let's pray that doesn't happen. And there she is. I'm gonna drop her down on there. I'm gonna wheel it over to there. I'm gonna lift her up onto the table. She's not as heavy as I remembered, but I did wheel it over and I deadlift her and put her up there. As long as the table can hold it. So, update on the video. Yeah, I'll put a picture right here. It's rough, but yeah, went to go take the exhaust off and. Well, I was removing an O2 sensor. I had to H-pipe off and I forgot an O2 sensor somehow, so the exhaust was dangling there. Went to push the O2 sensor off with the wrench, and I was pushing pressure back on the exhaust, and when the O2 sensor broke loose, the exhaust came right to my head. But yeah, fun day. Alrighty, we are some time into this now. Like I said earlier in the vlog, this is going to be a couple day project vlog, but we got the power steering pump out of the way. What else did I get out? I unhooked the clutch cable. Yeah, I think that's all I got. Oh, and I did get the mid pipe off, and that is what hit me in the head last week. Also, a little update on my head. It's much better. That shit hurted. Alright, moment of truth. How ugly is she? Oh, look at the pickup tube.
Stop watching it. Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
So you're gonna have to, what we want to do now is take something and just tap this piston.
Alrighty guys, it's been a few days since we pulled the motor out. I was going to give like a direct update on everything then, but I just wanted to go home at that point. It was already a long day. So, yeah, I told you guys this was going to take a while. This was going to be an adventure video, but we did find out the problem. So, this bearing right here was the verdict. The cap is discolored, as the rest of the caps aren't. So, it was the very back bearing. We are going to check out the rest of the bearings. They're all tight. Even this bearing is tight. This one, of course, wobbled a little bit, but the rest of them are tight. They are going to get replaced with nice, more higher performance bearings, ones that are made a little bit better, not OEM spec. But yeah, this one was definitely spun. Good news is the crank is still baby butt smooth, and that's a very good sign. So the goal is to replace all the rod bearings and replace the main bearings And we're going to take the front timing cover off and replace the oil pump and the gear inside the oil pump. So we have better oil flow, so we don't have to worry about starving anything. So hopefully this won't happen again for a long time at least. And if it does happen again, I'm getting rid of the 406, selling the blower, and going LS. Can't go wrong with LS. I know a lot of y'all are hating, but not. Oh boy, this thing's been like this 4 times now. Love this car though. Hate it, but love it. Alrighty guys, the video is going to end here. This video was like a few week process, but that's how it usually works with these things. So hopefully the next video on this car will be putting everything back together and hopefully starting it up. This thing needs a few things like a battery and tires, but other than that, this thing will be ready for the road again. And I am so excited. It's been over a year. It's been so long. I have not gone this long without this car in over a decade. It's crazy. Alrighty guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a fat thumbs up. Please slap that subscribe button. Say hit that subscribe button.
That's right.
Yeah, what he said. Alrighty guys, see you guys in the next video.